All right, so let's dive into something kind of wild. Imagine opening the App Store one morning and bam, you see a Chinese-developed AI program like dominating the charts, sending shockwaves through like global markets.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now with DeepSeek, this chatbot that's challenging like giants, like OpenAI's ChatGPT. And here's the thing. It was reportedly developed for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So in this deep dive, we're going to try to explore what DeepSeek's success means for the future of AI, for the tech industry, and even global power dynamics.
It's pretty fascinating. It's not just the technology itself, but the implications. Like, could DeepSeek reshape the entire AI landscape? I mean, that's...
Absolutely. To understand that, though, let's cover the basics real quick. I mean, we've all been hearing about AI, especially generative AI. ChatGPT is a prime example, right?
Yeah, generative AI, like ChatGPT, goes beyond just mimicking human conversation. It can actually create new content, train on these massive data sets to learn patterns and mimic human communication.
Okay, so DeepSeek is entering this arena, going head-to-head with ChatGPT. And some experts are saying that it's reaching performance levels comparable to OpenAI's O1 model, especially in areas like math and coding. But what's really caught everyone's attention is the cost. OpenAI's GPT-4 development is estimated at over $100 million. But DeepSeek was reportedly built for just $6 million.
Right, a significantly smaller investment. It's interesting how they achieved this. DeepSeek's developers were able to acquire Nvidia A100 chips, which are like top tier for AI development, but they strategically combined those with less sophisticated chips, more affordable chips, to manage costs.
So they found a workaround, considering the U.S. ban on exporting those high-end chips to China. Does this mean we're entering an era where cost-effectiveness is the key to winning the AI race?
It's a possibility we can't ignore. DeepSeek's strategy could signal a shift in the industry, where resourcefulness trumps massive spending. It could potentially democratize AI development, making it accessible to a wider range of players.
Now, both DeepSeek and OpenAI's O1 are what are called reasoning models. Can you break that down for us a bit?
Sure, reasoning models generate responses step by step, sort of similar to human thought processes. This incremental approach makes them more memory efficient. There are different types of reasoning models, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Some are better at handling complex logic, while others excel at generating creative text formats.
Interesting. DeepSeek's founder, Liang Wenfeng, has a pretty unique background, not just in computer science, but also as the CEO of a quantitative hedge fund. Now, what exactly is a quantitative hedge fund?
Well, it's a type of investment fund that uses these complex algorithms and mathematical models to make trading decisions. Essentially, they're using AI to analyze market trends and optimize investment strategies.
So Liang is bringing that data-driven, AI-focused mindset to the development of DeepSeek. And he's been quoted as saying that China's AI sector cannot remain a follower forever, hinting at his ambition to see China become a leader in the field.
Yeah, his background in finance likely gives him a unique perspective on the economic potential of AI. He's not just building technology, he's building a business, and a very disruptive one at that.
Speaking of disruption, DeepSeek's success has kind of sent ripples through the U.S. stock market, particularly impacting Nvidia. Their stock plummeted 17% in a single day after DeepSeek's launch.
Yeah, I mean, Nvidia's high-performance chips were once considered like essential for AI, but DeepSeek's cost-effective approach challenges that assumption. Their success raises a crucial question: can Nvidia adapt by creating more affordable chips specifically for this type of AI, or will they struggle to maintain their dominance in this evolving landscape?
And adding another layer to this story, shortly after DeepSeek topped download charts, they experienced malicious attacks and outages.
The timing is curious. Was this a deliberate attempt to sabotage DeepSeek's momentum, perhaps from competitors feeling threatened? Or could it be something else entirely, like unforeseen technical challenges related to the rapid surge in users?
Those are some great points. It seems DeepSeek has stirred up quite a hornet's nest. It's not just about financial gains and market disruptions, though. There are also some significant concerns, particularly with DeepSeek being a privately owned company.
Right. Unlike publicly traded companies like, well, partially OpenAI through Microsoft, DeepSeek's operations are much less transparent. This lack of access for investors, coupled with their rapid ascent and potential to just disrupt the AI landscape, it creates a sense of uneasiness, even among those who might be excited about their technological achievements.
Adding to that, while investors remain cautious, Chinese state media is celebrating DeepSeek's success as a symbol of China's growing technological prowess.
They're framing it as Innovation 2.0, a wave of homegrown technological leadership, driven by this new generation of Chinese entrepreneurs. It's a powerful narrative, but it's also worth considering the potential for this success to lead to tech isolationism, where China focuses on independent development, reducing collaboration and engagement with the global tech community.
which could ultimately stifle innovation in the long run. DeepSeek has certainly become a lightning rod, sparking debates about everything, from economic competition to national pride to the very nature of technological progress. It's more than just an app. It's a symbol of the shifting tides in the global technology landscape. Now, to really grasp the magnitude of DeepSeek's impact, I came across this insightful YouTube video that breaks it down further.
Oh, interesting. I'm curious to hear their analysis.
Right. They highlight the trillion-dollar drop in the U.S. stock market, even calling DeepSeek a Sputnik moment, akin to the start of the space race, emphasizing its potential to just disrupt the established order.
Wow, that's a potent analogy, drawing parallels to this pivotal moment in history. That ushered in an era of intense technological competition. It underscores the potential for DeepSeek to reshape not just the tech industry, but global power dynamics as well.
They delve into the reasons behind DeepSeek's success, like their resourcefulness in utilizing less advanced chips due to the U.S. ban, and their cost-effective approach compared to OpenAI. Plus, there's the fact that DeepSeek is open source.
Yeah, making DeepSeek open source has been a game changer. It's fueled rapid innovation and widespread adoption, creating a community of developers and users who are constantly contributing to its evolution. This contrasts sharply with OpenAI's more controlled approach, which, while potentially safer, might be limiting the speed of development and the breadth of applications.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the video also points out some potential downsides, like how DeepSeek's open-source nature could empower bad actors who might exploit the technology for malicious purposes.
Right, that's a valid concern. With open source technology, it's harder to control who has access and how it's used. The potential for misuse is a real risk. That needs to be addressed, perhaps through community-driven efforts to monitor and regulate applications.
And they warn that the accelerated AI race, fueled by DeepSeek's entry, could lead to safety and ethical considerations being sidelined, and the rush to outpace competitors.
It's a classic dilemma, progress versus prudence. The drive to innovate can sometimes overshadow concerns about potential risks. It's crucial to have open discussions about the ethical implications of AI development, ensuring that we're not sacrificing long-term well-being for short-term gains.
And it's not just about DeepSeek itself. The video draws parallels to China's advancements in other tech domains, like their progress in electric vehicles and stealth fighter technology.
It seems China is making strategic moves across multiple technological fronts, challenging the U.S.'s long-held dominance. This multi-pronged approach further complicates the landscape, making it even more difficult to predict the outcome of this technological competition.
The video even uses this striking phrase, a war for America, framing this competition as a battle for technological supremacy, with potential geopolitical consequences.
Yeah, it's a stark assessment reflecting the anxieties and uncertainties surrounding China's rapid technological rise. It raises these fundamental questions. Who will ultimately control the future of AI? What will that mean for the world?
It's a question we're going to keep exploring as we continue this deep dive.
It's almost like, witnessing a new space race unfolding right before our eyes, but instead of rockets and satellites, we're talking about algorithms and processing power.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a bit unnerving. I mean, we're still trying to wrap our heads around the ethical implications of the AI we already have, and now DeepSeek comes along, operating under a different set of rules, potentially like reshaping the game entirely.
That's the core issue, isn't it? DeepSeek isn't just another tech company. It's a product of a different system, a different culture, and that makes its success all the more significant and perhaps disruptive.
Yeah, we're seeing this clash of ideologies play out in the digital realm, and the stakes are incredibly high. We're talking about control over technology. That could reshape our societies, our economies, our way of life.
It's not just about who has the most advanced AI. It's about how that AI is developed, deployed, and ultimately controlled. Like who sets the ethical boundaries, who determines the standards, what happens when those standards clash with national interests or political agendas.
Yeah, those are tough questions without easy answers. But one thing is clear. We can't ignore what DeepSeek represents. It's like a wake-up call, a signal that the global balance of power is shifting, and the old rules may no longer apply.
We're entering uncharted territory, and it's both exhilarating and unsettling. The potential for progress is immense, but so is the potential for misuse and unintended consequences.
Yeah, it's a bit like opening Pandora's box. We've unleashed this incredible power, and now we have to figure out how to manage it. How do we harness AI for good without letting it spiral out of control?
That's the challenge, isn't it? Not just as technologists or policymakers, but as a global society. We need a thoughtful and nuanced conversation about the future of AI, one that acknowledges both its potential and its perils.
We need to move past the hype and the fear-mongering and really grapple with the complexities. The decisions we make today will have a ripple effect for generations to come.
Absolutely. We have to consider the long-term impact on our economies, our social structures, even our sense of what it means to be human.
Can feel overwhelming, especially for individuals. Like, what can we do in the face of this rapidly changing landscape?
Well, first and foremost, stay informed. Read about these developments, follow the discussions happening online, and engage with people who have different perspectives.
And don't just passively consume information. Be critical. Question the narratives being presented, and look for evidence-based analysis.
Exactly. Develop a healthy skepticism towards both the overly optimistic and the doom and gloom predictions surrounding AI. Reality is usually far more nuanced.
And don't be afraid to have those conversations with friends, family, colleagues. The more we talk about these issues openly, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions and advocate for responsible AI development.
Remember, this isn't just about technology. It's about our values, our priorities, and our vision for the future. What kind of world do we want to live in? And what role do we want AI to play in shaping that world?
It's a collective responsibility that we can't afford to ignore. The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something we actively create through our choices and our actions.
That's both empowering and daunting, wouldn't you say? We have the opportunity to steer AI in a direction that benefits humanity, but we also bear the responsibility of ensuring we don't create something that ultimately undermines our values and well-being.
So let's embrace that responsibility. Let's engage in this critical conversation, and let's work together to guide AI towards a future that benefits all of us.
It's been fascinating, exploring DeepSeek's impact on this global scale, but let's maybe shift gears for a moment, bring it closer to home. What does all of this mean for you, the listener? Why should you care about this AI shakeup?
That's a great question. I mean, AI might seem like this abstract concept, happening in the tech world, far removed from our daily lives. But the reality is that AI is already pretty deeply integrated into so many aspects of our daily routines.
Yeah, think about it. The recommendations you see online, the way your phone understands your voice commands, even the traffic lights that adapt to traffic flow. All of those are powered by AI. And DeepSeek is a clear signal that this integration is only going to accelerate.
So we're talking about AI becoming even more intertwined with our work, our leisure, our decision-making, pretty much everything.
Precisely. And that means it's more important than ever to be aware of the potential benefits and the risks. On the one hand, AI has this power to simplify our lives, make us more efficient, and potentially even more fulfilled.
Like, imagine AI handling all those tedious administrative tasks, freeing up our time and mental energy for more creative pursuits, or personalized learning experiences that adapt to our individual needs and learning styles.
Exactly. AI could also help us tackle complex problems, problems that have long plagued humanity, from climate change to disease prevention. But of course, there's the other side of the coin. We have to be mindful of the potential downsides.
Things like job displacement as AI takes over certain roles.
Yeah.
Or algorithmic bias perpetuating existing inequalities.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, the erosion of privacy as AI gathers and analyzes more and more data about our lives.
Yeah, those are all valid concerns. And they highlight the need for a balanced approach. It's like walking a tightrope. We need to harness the transformative power of AI while safeguarding our values and protecting ourselves from its potential harms.
So this deep dive, it wasn't just about understanding DeepSeek as an app or even as a symbol of China's technological rise. It was about recognizing that we're at a pivotal moment in history, a moment where the choices we make today will shape the future of AI and its impact on our lives.
And that future isn't predetermined. It's a story that's still being written. We all have a role to play in shaping the narrative, ensuring that AI evolves in a way that benefits all of humanity.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners today?
Stay curious, stay informed, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The AI revolution is unfolding all around us. It's time to engage with it, understand its implications, and contribute to shaping its trajectory. The future of AI is ultimately in our hands.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time.